Hey, welcome back to Will's Creek Workshop. My name is Yuchel. I know it's been a long time since my last video, and you know what? I miss seeing your cute little face. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. It's been really busy and crazy around here this summer, more so than usual. Just didn't have a chance to really spend the time in the shop, but I'll tell you what I've been up to. See, this is part of the front yard. All right here, the previous owner put rocks, weed barrier, bark, and dirt, and over the years it just all got mixed up and weeds were growing. It was pretty nasty all the way. Anyway, so we dug all that out. We didn't want to throw the rocks away, so we screened, washed, and put it right over here. This was a major attraction for more weeds anyway. So there's a weed barrier underneath it and rocks, and it's nice and clean. Oh, hi, weed. Where'd you come from? Well, you don't belong here. Yeah. Anyway, got down here. There's a lot to do. It was all hand dug. And then this is the front of the lawn, and it meets my part of the gravel. But you know how it is. Gravel and grass are like a couple of horny middle schoolers. They just want to be all up in each other's business and just intermingle. So I put this concrete curb. It is 6 inches wide, and depending on where you're at, between 6 and 8 inches deep. It's got nice broom finish. This is all quickcrete. I mixed myself. There just wasn't enough to have a cement truck deliver. Crack joints. There are 2 number 3 rebars in there. See, like right there, it's a lot wider at the bottom. And then we decided to do a nice curb. Isn't that nice? Because I do have a driveway that goes to the back of the house. And why stop? Just kept going all the way, but we stopped about 4 feet from the fence because all that fence has to be redone anyway. Especially the gates. They didn't build it right, meaning the previous owner. That's going to be another future project. But once the fence gets replaced, the curb will go to the fence. There will be a man door or woman door, whatever you want to call it. And I'll pour a nice little pad right there, a little slab. And while we're at it, we did a ring for the tree. It's an alright tree. That's about 6 feet in diameter. Again, that one took just as much time as the rest of the curb because I just had to get the circle perfect, you know. That takes a lot of time. Now we just need a lot of topsoil to bring in all the way across and re-level the yard, fill that right there, and just totally reseed the front yard. We'll probably need maybe 6 yards to 6 to 10 yards. And to get the topsoil, this is my 14-foot 14,000 pound dump trailer. I've had this for 3 years. It's pretty nice, except when I went to use it, the battery died. It is an electric hydraulic pump in there and uses the battery to raise and lower. Now, this trailer is only 3 years old, and I went through 2 interstate batteries. First one was replaced under warranty. It just didn't last. Well, they used what they call dual-purpose batteries, cranking/deep battery. But in reality, they're neither cranking nor deep, so it's marketing. Anyway, it was the perfect time to upgrade the battery. I went and got a Napa Marine RV deep cycle battery. But that meant the battery was bigger because it was more better, right? So I had to make a new battery tray. First, I had to take out this cheap, flimsy stamp sheet metal battery tray. It took like 30 seconds. And I made a new one out of 3/16 inch angle iron, all welded up and welded into the toolbox. But that also meant I had to make a new hole down for the battery because, you know what? Originally, it just came with a rubber bungee cord. Pretty hokey, right? So whenever you hit a bump or go down the road, the battery would be going in the inside. So we can't have that. So here is the new hole down. It's all metal, bolted down. The battery doesn't go anywhere. It's in there. You know what they say when it rains, it pours. Battery charger that's on the trailer died for the second time. The first one was replaced under warranty, and second time they said, you know what, the manufacturer of the trailer received a container full of bad chargers from China. So I wasn't going to deal with that anymore. So I just took that out, put it in the garbage. And to replace that cheap charger, I went on Amazon and bought this Noco Genius 10. Noco is pretty popular. They make a lot of different chargers. This one can charge up to 10 amps. It'll charge all different kinds of batteries, you know, lead acid, lithium, AGM, you name it. And it'll charge, this one will charge 6 volts and 12 volts, and it'll go to a trickle charge after it's fully charged. Smarter than me and smarter than you probably. It can be mounted permanently, comes with the mounting strap, or you can just go use it on vehicle to vehicle. AC plug-in, charge clamps. These are really nice clamps, and you can just unscrew this and you have a eyelet connector, and you can permanently screw it onto the bolt it onto the charge terminals on your battery and leave it in there permanently. And the neat thing about these chargers is the charge lead has a major disconnect, and you can get different types of charge cords that'll mate up with the charger. It's pretty cool. And to make the wiring all easy, I bought one of these Noco terminal adapter. And just plug in your extension cord and plug in the charger. The hole was there because that's where the old charger was set on the inside. But the existing hole was much smaller, so I had to use a die grinder and a carbide burr and open that up a bit. Of course, halfway through the die grinder died and I had to get a new one, but you know what? Murphy's Law, right? Now the electrical system's all taken care of and the trailer is ready to go. And time to get some topsoil, right? Wrong. This is my 2005 GMC 2500 HD. Has a Duramax diesel engine. Cooper loves it, and I've owned this since new in 2005. I love this truck, but it recently let me down. I started noticing little drips and drops under the truck, but you know how it is. You just ignore and thinking the problem's gonna go away, and they never do. Well, the leak got worse, and finally pulled the truck into the shop, and I figured out the fuel line had rusted through at a quick fitting. It's just like one hit after another. So I had to completely replace the fuel line on this truck, both supply and return. And I took the opportunity to upgrade to a stainless steel kit. Here's what came out of that truck. This is the old line. That's where it leaked really bad and I was losing a lot of diesel. It wasn't a fun project to do, but you know, it needed to be done. But there are two things that made the project a little more difficult than it needs to be. One, the fuel tank was full. Two, I didn't want to drain it. I had to finagle the lines, make sure it didn't siphon and drain while I was working on it. Well, I did lose a little fuel, but I had pen ready and got it all done without dropping the tank or emptying the tank. So, not fun. Now we're ready to get some topsoil for the yard, right? Not yet. The weather has gotten too hot lately, and it just is not a good idea to try to grow new grass from the seed. So we're just waiting. We didn't want to just bring topsoil in and have weeds start growing because weeds will grow in any weather. So we're off on that until it cools down. But that means we're going to do some more house painting. Favorite activity. This is our house. We've been here about 4 years, and it was built in 2008. It goes a little further to the left over there. I'll show you. But they didn't do a very good job when they originally painted, so it was time to repaint. And last year I called around and I was getting estimates. Are you ready? $16,000. $16,000. I said, you know what? I got more time than money, so I'll do it myself. So I got the front painted last year. It's got a lot of features, as you can see. All the cedar shingles had to be prepped before being stained. And that roof right there, it's just like slicker than snot. So I had to figure out a way to stay on there. It's not very deep. It's only a couple feet deep. So made it kind of challenging, but got that part done. This is the front entryway. Again, a lot of features. I got that done last year. That was a lot of work as well. I know the sun will blow it out, but this is the side of the house that I also got done last fall. Cooper, what is this? What is this? Were you trying to dig to China? Huh? Be careful what you wish for, they may eat you. And just before the rain season came, I managed to refinish the cover patio. Tongue and groove. I'm trying to make a film, Cooper. So noisy. All that wood originally had clear polyurethane that was all cracked, peeling. It just did not. It was not the right product. It was not put on right. So I had to literally sand all solid wood and stain, and added that nice LED light and painted that wall. Right now, I'm storing my painting equipment here because I've been painting all that lately. That's why I've been too busy to make video. That is 30 feet high up there, and the patio roof is too steep. It doesn't look like it from this video, but it is, and I kept sliding off too, and I just couldn't work off of it, so I had to get a lift, and then I have to go from this side and then this side to reach the top. Tall window, so kind of ruins the perspective, but that's what's been keeping me busy. But now that all that is done, I just have this side left to do. This is the last side left that needs to be repainted. I can't get any lift in there because of the deck, and the path is too narrow, so it's gonna have to be all ladder work. Not looking forward to it. I'll probably wait till next year to do that. Nice thing is none of the windows have wooden trim on it, so I can just mask and spray. I got a brush under the eaves and all that stuff. And the deck, yeah, it needs to be restained too this year. One thing is, if I'm busy, I'm not the only one busy around here, because I got like 1,000 moles that like to dig holes in my yard. There's hole, 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 and that's the aftermath after my lab goes through it. Hole, 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 and a lab. Hole, 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 hole. Hole, 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 hole. And there's Cooper, sniffing, looking, trying to decide where to dig. You've been digging, haven't you, huh, Cooper? You got the guilty look on you. Yeah, keep walking. I've had good luck using mole poison pellets that you get from Lowe's. For some reason, this round right here, they're not taking the bait. So I'm gonna have to come up with a different strategy. Get rid of it. What's he doing? Gotta keep an eye on him, because he'll dig craters everywhere. Keep an eye on him, people. See, I've been busy, but it's just been difficult to get in the shop and make videos. But every hour how does he know that I just am recording? As soon as I hit the record button. Are you done, Cooper? So yeah, every hour I spend outside, I thought of you, each and every one of you, and wanted to make a video. And those of you sent me messages asking if I'm okay. I really appreciated the emails. It's nice to know you guys care. We're fine. The family's fine. Kids are fine. And yeah, we're good. But it wasn't all work and no play. We did manage to get away for 4 days. Took the family to Ocean Shores, Washington. It's on the Pacific side of the state, and had some fun on the beach. It was really nice.
My legs are gonna become smooth because of the water. These tiny rocks are heavy. Oh, I got you, Hermit crab. Whoa. What is that? Look, there. Is that a crab?
I've been hoping to start working on a couple of machineries that I picked up last spring, but just haven't gotten around to it. Hopefully soon. Let me show you what they are. Here is Cincinnati number 2 tool and cutter grinder. I got with a bunch of accessories, air spindle, and tail stocks, and a number of other things. And the massive thing right there is K&T Model K. That's the big one, the 6,500 pound vertical horizontal mill. Needs lots of love. And yes, I do have the vertical head and a bunch of stuff that came with it. So hopefully I can get back in the shop soon and start doing stuff and show you and share with you more of what's going on here. And I've been thinking about doing a shop tour as well. And I promise that I won't clean it for the sake of the video, because that would take me decades. Anyway, thanks for watching, and until next time, be nice to each other, all right?